Oh, yeah. Let's see who all joins in. Anybody that's out there, we'll give a couple minutes here before we start talking about this. Anybody wants to join in? There's that. Well, let's go ahead and kick this off, and we'll see what everybody's doing out there. So, recently, here in the last day and a half, 2 days now, maybe, we had a shooting in Indianapolis, and there's a lot of controversy with it. This person decided to take the police on a chase and was live streaming the whole thing to Facebook, I think. And during this pursuit, the individual had a lot of things to say, and a lot of, incriminating things to say, is one way to put it. This person pulled over, got out of his vehicle, and decided to run. And what is being said was there was an escalation of force to where the officer used the taser first, and then a firearm was presented from the driver, and an exchange of gunfire happened, leaving that individual dead. And what happened in the end was, while the phone was still on and live streaming, the officers made the mistake of making the comment that it was going to be a closed casket. And that doesn't look good for him at all. So here's the game. If you play the game of driving recklessly and at high speeds while the officers are chasing you, you have committed felonies in the presence of the law. So there's a lot in the media that's being covered by this, and there's not a lot of factual coverage coming out of it yet. But within hours of it happening, people were protesting this incident. And it's too bad how it ended. It is. But these are the facts to the case so far that anybody with some common sense should know. These are the facts. He was streaming everything he was doing live to social media. That's a fact. 2, you were driving at reckless high speeds in an urban area. Fact. 3, you decided to get out of your vehicle and run from the police. You had the opportunity to stop and give yourself up. Now, number 4, and this is where it can all kind of get a little shady because we don't have the facts to this part yet. But if you presented a weapon, which through other social medias that this individual was part of, I went and looked. The person was in possession of a firearm. This person was involved in drive-by shootings or random firing of a pistol that he recorded. Okay. So if the facts are there that you presented a firearm after all of this taking place to an officer, and if the officer did try to tase you and it escalated to him returning fire on you, that's the game that you lost. Now, the problem is, and this is going to lead up to my last fact, everybody's outraged because this person is dead by police officers. But here's the fact, and the most important fact of all. If that individual was not doing what he was doing in the first place, he would still be alive. And that's the cold fact. That's a fact that nobody can dispute, but nobody wants to say face to. So you, the viewers, let me know what you think. Yeah, I'm still working on the screen sharing part, trying to put stuff up there and all that and this, that, and the other. But, I'm not going to put a bunch of stuff in people's faces that may or may not be true. I can search all this stuff online. I'm giving my opinions and just voicing my mind. And if anybody would like to do that with me, this is open for anybody to discuss what they'd like to about it. There's been many cases like this where an individual is killed by a police officer. And in most instances, if they would not have been in the position they put themselves in the first place, it would have never happened. But there is a large amount of people that want to believe that it didn't have to come to that, because it's too hard for them to admit, to understand that. Don't put yourself in that situation and you won't have that problem that comes with it. That's just how it goes. So you out there, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Unless you live under a rock, I'm sure somebody has heard something about it. Those of you that are here that are commenting, I appreciate your attendance. If anybody would like to join in and voice their opinion, the link's up top. Well, the story, Dawn, or not Dawn, is in Indianapolis. There was an individual that decided they wanted to go and recklessly joyride with the police chasing him. And at the end of this story, that individual is now deceased. From gunfire of an officer. And we were just briefly talking about how there's a outrage by this action of the police officers. There's not a lot being said that's factual from the media yet. The agency is not giving full details yet. But the facts were that the kid was driving around at high speeds with the police chasing him. He stopped the vehicle and got out of the vehicle. And right there would have been a good time for him to give up. But he decided to run. And while in foot pursuit of that individual, there was an escalation of force with verbal commands, non-lethal, and then it resulted in lethal actions. And the overall moral of the story is, and the fact is, the big fact is that if he would have never been in the situation he was in, he would still be alive. As for a violent background, I did look up his history within Indiana, which I was trying to find some more stuff about this person in Texas, and haven't gotten very far with that part yet. But as far as Indiana goes, there's he has a couple things that he's served time for. Not exactly violent, but it did have to do with some type of a coercion or Well, I guess it was sort of violent. It had to do with threatening witnesses, and he has something that has to do with there were some drug charges involved too. Other ones were moving violations, um, stuff along those lines. Now, the individual in his social media had pictures of him owning a firearm, and there is video of him shooting that firearm out of a car window at nighttime in an urban area. There is, pardon me, uh, now something else that was brought up was something about his military history. There's pictures of him in an Air Force uniform. Now, the individual, I believe, was 21 years old. Now, let's just say he went in at 18. There's a good chance. Now, most Air Force contracts are a minimum of 4 years, if not longer. So it would be easy to assume that this person probably did not have a very honorable military service. And that's just speculating on my part. Um, just having knowledge of the military, I would gather to say that at his age and at the time he would have possibly enlisted, it's probably safe to say that his service was not very honorable. But again, that's just my speculation. Let me see here if I can find the uh, court records. Let's see. Yeah, the avatar I have there is it's a Japanese symbol. It has a very significant meaning. Let's see here. I need his full name. Dress John. Okay, name. John. Nope, wrong. Okay, so let's do this. Copy that. I just posted a link. Maybe it didn't show very well. Oh, I guess it posted over a very large amount of space there. Well, good luck trying to find it that way. Like I said. Intimidation, possession of controlled substance, driving under suspended license, violation of prior conviction within 10 years, vehicle infraction, criminal misdemeanor for conversion, ordinance violation of signals. So, I mean, it doesn't exactly look like a huge history of violence, but here we go. I guess we got I'm Not Don in here.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm not going to porn bomb you, but there's just no pictures of me out there that are known.
Okay.
So it looks like he
so
has.
What's your thoughts on?
Oh no, I found the article, and like from the record you just read, it looks like he has a habit of being stupid, and this was just one more thing. And the dude, the report said there was an exchange of gunfire, so that means both sides, and it said the policeman and the person fleeing. So I guess we have to wait for the investigation.
Yeah, and with from everything I've read, when it comes to the fact of another being weapon involved, they're saying an exchange of gunfire. Very few media sources are saying anything about a weapon being with the body. And so far, with the investigation from the department, they haven't said specifically about a weapon being present. So that's one of the things that's still just kind of sitting out there that we don't know yet.
Well, that's some of the shit when first of all, they said he was Facebook live in it, so people were watching this shit live, and it goes down, it goes bad for him, and you can't deal in the innuendo. Oh, they're saying no weapon was found. I mean, we don't know. That's just a claim with no backing. So, how in the hell can you? All you can do is make these claims to enrage people, but shit, what really happened?
Right. And then, and like I said, there also the bad side to this is what happened at the end with the officers making the comment that they made about the closed casket. So far, that's not a good mark for them at all. Will it have anything to do with not justifying what they did? Probably not, but it's not going to give closure to anybody either.
Yeah, it's another case of people should have kept their damn mouth shut, because people say stupid shit, and it'll come back and bite them in the ass. But yeah, people are going to like elevate this. I mean, just to retardation, and is this the next thing? Because we have videos of people shooting at cops, and they're still the victim, and I don't know. People are just going to get enraged about shit, and everybody's kind of on edge right now anyway. So
yeah, and this shooting is just following the the shooting not too long, not right before what happened down in Georgia just a few days ago too.
Oh yeah, now that
So-
was the bullshit too with those folks going after that fella. That was absolutely fucking ridiculous. So yeah, still doesn't make it right. But there's a lot of stupid shit going on right now, and it pretty well sucks. But yeah, the dude running, taser was fired, Facebook Live, and there's just too much stuff we don't know about the situation, you know?
Yeah. But what we do know is any person with common sense should know is that in the end, if the dude was not in the situation he was in, he would still be alive.
Yeah, but it's like you just read, he's got a history of making stupid decisions. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's just too much we don't know about that. So, shit, I don't have too much of an opinion, except we really don't know what happened or have an idea.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about the facts in the case once they come out, and I try to keep up on it as much as I can. But these were just some of the thoughts I had, and I was just interested in what other people might think.
Yeah, so we don't know enough, and people want to get outraged over ridiculous stuff, and that's just what's going to happen. So hell, I don't know, man. It's like there's nothing here right now,
Yep.
And then
Yep.
the officers, everybody's going to go, well, the cops investigate themselves, and yes, they do, but they've got the most experience with this, so they just have to see what comes forward. But people are going to speculate and all this shit just to enrage other people. So we'll just have to see what happens.
Right. Yeah. Is anybody else out there want to add into what I'm Not Don had to say?
It goes from 2 to 3 to 2 to 3, and so, and I know I'm one of them. I've got it showing on the computer. I couldn't get the computer to do right, so I had to get on tablet.
No, yeah, it's no big deal. Yep. Just throwing it out there. I just get some stuff on my mind, and I'm going to talk to myself. I might as well put it out there for other people to listen to.
So what else do you do? Are you in the auditor movement, or do you just watch the auditor movement, or who are you?
I give my. What's that?
Who are you? Because your name's been coming up lately, and shit, I don't know.
I know. Nah, I'm anti-auditor. I'm pro law enforcement. I'm semi-retired, and I do things. I just keep up with what the auditors are doing and the other activists, and something comes to my mind that I want to make a video about, I just throw a video together and put it out there. Something comes to my mind that
hang on. How long have you been watching the auditors and shit?
Probably about a year and a half.
I've been watching them for a couple of years anyway. Seen some real shady shit, shady characters. Nothing really happened except they get our rights restricted more. But
and
are you
waste a
involved
lot
in
of tax dollars.
Oh yeah, are you involved in discords or anything?
I'm in Masshole Reports and whatever Merbs is.
Oh, I got you. No, that's where a lot of the good information comes from. Is the people that dig the documents and find out what the truth really is, and can dispel the bullshit the auditors are trying to sell.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. I hear a lot about the people in Discord. Apparently, they're not too happy with me. But
well, why wouldn't they be happy with you?
well, I made some videos that freaked some of them out, I guess, and it was all just really just kind of fun and games, just seeing seeing just how many people would actually troll a person's channel that's kind of in line with them, but they didn't like that. So,
well, trolls are going to troll. Trolls are going to troll.
Oh yeah, trolls don't bother me.
But didn't you just change your channel name too?
No, I changed my picture.
Oh, you haven't gone through a channel name change? Maybe that was somebody else I'm thinking of.
Nope, been Jay Ecklebar the whole time. I just changed my picture.
I need to talk to you about something quickly.
Okay, hang on just a second. I gotta talk to my son for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Making mama day plans.
I hear you.
So, what was it? How long you said? How long have you been in Merb's Discord?
Like a week or two, maybe.
Oh, just
recently.
Week? Oh, hey.
I just recently got into Massel and Merb. Well, actually, I can't even do anything in Merbs because you have to put a phone number in, and I don't live in the United States, and for some reason, it won't take the phone number that I have. So.
Oh, really? That's freaking crazy because there's other Canadians in there, as far as I know, and he doesn't get the phone number. That just stays with Discord.
Yeah, well, I've tried. I don't live in Canada either, but for whatever reason it is, every time I put it in, it doesn't let me. It doesn't take it. So.
Do you have a U.S. phone number?
No.
Oh, maybe. Well, I don't see why. Because there's some folks from the UK and Australia that come in too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I run off of the Asia Cell network, so it doesn't. I don't know why.
Well, I would send a question to tech support, or Discord tech support's generally pretty good about getting back with you, because Merbs used to be really good when he was more active and more folks were there, and you get him to discuss shit, and then he pitched a temper tantrum and shut down voice and didn't want anything to do with it anymore, and so he just makes the videos and pops into his Discord and you can interact with him.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of getting off topic of what we're talking about here, but
I'm just shooting it with you.
When it comes to I'm almost certain that a lot of people that have commented on the videos that I made trying to see just exactly who was out there and listening, more of them were people from Discord than they were auditors, I'm pretty sure. And I don't want to get wrapped up with the kind of stuff that they post on the auditors. I'm pretty much blocked from every auditor because I don't have multiple screen names, and all I do is put factual like comments on their videos, and they get deleted and they block me. So
Oh yeah,
but it is what it is. And then they copyright strike my damn videos I make sometimes. So it is what it is.
yeah. Well, I think Discord is just a place where a lot of the people like you're describing yourself get together and share information, and I don't want to make it sound pansy ass, but share information and discuss situations, things like that. Look for the truth in it, and then get the truth out there, especially with the scumbags.
Right. Yep. Well, they're in a whole lot of information on the Masshole channel. I mean, people talking and comment a lot and stuff, but there's information that comes out, but most of it's just stuff you'll find on YouTube already, anyways.
Yeah, well, a lot of
they have some good production though.
A lot of it's the digging though, so you can share the resources. Share the resources so that you don't have to do all the digging yourself.
Yeah,
and I think that's one of the biggest advantages to Discord and the different groups.
Well, I'm sure they do pretty well. But
all right, I got to. It was good talking to you.
Jumping in, and maybe again sometime.
All right, see you, man.
Take it easy. I don't know if anybody else wants to jump in and give some feedback or get the cliff notes again of what we were just talking about. Right there's a link, and come on in. I'll leave that open for another minute or two, and if nobody wants to talk, we'll shut her down. We had I'm Not Don on here just a couple minutes ago. Miss Joe must have found something better to do. Well, there it is. Everybody's gone. Well, everyone have a good day. It's well past my bedtime here. Y'all take care. And we'll catch you next time.